Did you hear me?
I'm hearing you very clearly.
Okay. The responsibilities that we have assigned to him, he has been discharging it effectively and efficiently. So he's doing fine.
Okay, one more question before you go. You are working in Children Correctional Center in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Yes, sir.
How has Basi conducted himself to be like a role model?
Basi has.
To those children we are working with.
Basi has also been coming to court with us because oftentimes we do take the children to court. So on several occasions, he has accompanied us to the court, and coming back from the court, he has had a session with us, a psychosocial session with us, with the children, and he's learning very fast.
Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
Have a wonderful day ahead.
You too.
Okay, Basi. Hello, Basi.
Yes, sir.
So, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, sir.
Some very kind words from your husband. You don't need to see my face again. I have been seeing my face all this while. So let me be behind the scene while you be on the hot seat.
No problem.
For the past, we were mobilized on June 3rd, meaning that you have been in this agency for like 1 month.
Yes.
What have you been doing in Children Correctional Center? Mind you, I have interest in rehabilitation, so that we can talk as colleagues and also talk like those who have open minds to learn. What have you been doing?
Hello, sir.
I said, what have you been doing for the past 1 month in Children Correctional Center in Akwa Ibom State?
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I resumed in this center on the 4th of June 2025, and upon my resumption, I met the matron, and the first day we had interactive session with her where I had to tell her my mission and all of that. So she assigned me Mr. Umana, who is directly my supervisor here in this practical. Some of the things that we do here majorly is the psychosocial support to the children. We have to counsel them and admonish them to live good lives, and those that are going to court, we also accompany them to court and then bring them back. So basically, the bulk of the work is also psychosocial support, which we do it occasionally, maybe once in a week, and the other times, depending on the court warrants, we go to court for cases for these children. So basically, that is what is happening here. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm concerned. Yeah, you said admonish them to live a good life. If you use the word admonish, what do you mean?
We counsel them. We counsel them. And since they have, here they have activities where when they wake up, they do their morning prayers and other routines. So maybe when they have their sessions, we try to tell them the do's and don'ts and how to become better people in life when they get out of here.
Okay, I am actually concerned about the word admonish because the last time I checked, admonish has to caution somebody, how to scold somebody, how to, rebuke somebody. So is it because they are children, have to, admonish them? And use the word admonished. But that is, by the way, let it not, but I need, because we are dealing with human beings and they have their dignity and worth. We need to be a bit careful about the choice of words we use, especially when we are in a rehabilitation environment. Somebody was doing presentation yesterday, he didn't want to refer to them as refugees or the people living in IDP camp. He was consistent in using persons of concern, trying to make sure that through expression, such people do not feel denigrated. So I think I needed to draw your attention to it. Now, working in an environment like, I'm a bit curious. This correctional center for boys, is it owned by the government or by any religious group?
No, it's a government facility, and it's not just for boys. It's for both boys and girls.
But you are likely working in a session for the boys, is it not?
No, the facility contains the boys section and the girls section. So, and we have both social welfare officers that are both men and women.
From your experience, what basically are the delinquent behavior? Because at this time, we cannot be referring to them as committing crime. We should focus our attention on delinquent behaviors. So what are the pronounced delinquent behavior some of these children get associated with?
Okay. The most common one here is stealing, theft. And we also have the ones that have been accused of cultism.
Wow.
And then
okay, that is who.
And then we have a few that have been that have engaged themselves in raping activities.
You know what is the social work code of ethics?
Yes.
Are you familiar with them?
Hello?
Are you familiar with social work code of ethics?
Whether I am familiar.
So how does it apply to your work in this correctional center for children?
Yes. One of the things is that we have to be confidential in every information that comes. If we have new intake, we try to get information about them, and those information are well stored in a protective cabinet environment. So one of the key points is confidentiality. And we are also empathic because a lot of these children are being influenced by adults. So in treating their cases or when they come in, we show that empathy, and that will make them more comfortable to talk to us about what happened and the real causes of the thing.
Okay.
Those are some of them.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you. When you are empathetic, trying to make people feel that you understand what they are passing through as a way of helping you to build a very working relationship with your client. You normally take these children to court or to wherever. What normally happens in those places? Is it that they face charges, or is it that what is the relationship between the center and the court? How do they complement each other?
Okay, children that are here in this center are coming here through the mandate of the court. So when their cases are still on trial, at the first instance, you try their cases, and we have the center itself has a very good relationship with the court because, of course, as I said, all the children that are here are being put in here through the warrant of the court. So when we are going back there, it's not a big issue. They're already aware of the problem, and I want to mention that during the court sessions, they are always tried in a special court that is known as the family court.
Okay. You have, okay. It is the pronouncement of the court that bring these people to these children to the correctional center. Does it mean that if parents, for example, discovers that their child is engaging in one delinquent behavior or the other, like the stealing that you mentioned, they cannot just bring them to the center so that the center help to rehabilitate them? Is that what it means?
Yes, we don't have direct entry like that, except maybe you pass through the honorable commissioner. But we have other homes that are not for remand, which we have kind of delinquent children like that, where is also secure. But basically, the ones that are here coming through court warrants.
Through the court process. So what are your biggest challenges you have faced in this placement? Your biggest challenges? Don't tell me about money.
Okay. One of the challenges that the place is located at a very remote place. So always going there poses some challenges. So that is one of the challenge I have.
Security challenge?
Sorry?
What type of challenge? Security challenge?
No security, as in it's in an interior place, the road is bad, and then the transportation a little bit far. So you have to trek inside.
Do you know why I'm laughing? So if given your experience, where will you have wanted the place to be located? At the heart of you?
We have the normal correctional center. We have it in towns, places that are quite busy, but it's fine. But the place, locating the place here is actually fine because the place is a very serene environment and away from the busy areas of the regular society.
Yeah, I think a facility of that nature need to be in a serene environment that is away from the bustling life of the city. That is what I'm thinking. You understand? But that is by the way. Yes, they have located it where they have located it, and we don't have power to move it to anywhere. I'm just surprised that you are saying that it is the lonely place, blah, 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 but I know people are living in that area. Can you okay, we've talked about the challenges. Now, if you have opportunity, you are a trainee now, tomorrow nobody knows what is going to be your position. If Basi Etido, I think I pronounced that correctly.
Yes.
If Basi Etido have opportunity to influence policy, what do you think you will do differently so that a correctional center of this nature, that people benefit from it? Or it serves the interest that you were supposed to serve?
Okay. From my own rating, the facility has all it takes to, I think it has a recreational center, it has a big field, it has a vocational skills center where those students can be trained. It has a big perimeter fencing around, securities and everything. And what I would do is okay, the only, I think they just have a utility vehicle, a bus that takes the children to courts. I would increase that, and then I will make policies. I will advocate for policies that will allow um, these children to be mandatorily, if they spend some years, to be trained on specific skills, such that at the end, when they leave this place, they'll be able to lay hands on skills rather than go back to the bad behaviors that they had left behind. So that is just what I think would help. Policy advocacy, and then maybe one or two other infrastructures in the center.
So from your perspective, you think that the center is safe, stable, protective enough for those who find themselves in that environment to grow and develop?
Very well.
Very well. Do you think, given the number of delinquency that happens in Akwa Ibom, that one center is enough for the state?
Well, for now, even the center we have here, it is not overcrowded, and it is within numbers that can be managed. So I think the option would be to locate the center in the two other senatorial districts of the state.
Do you think that there is enough awareness about the existence of this agency? But people are not aware of it. They're not going to make use of it.
Hello?
Do you think that there is enough awareness about the existence of this agency in your state? Enough people are fully aware that there is a correctional center for children where that can see for the rehabilitation of delinquent children?
Well, comparatively, compared to the adult centers, I think the awareness for the children correctional center are not given enough publicity.
Not publicity. So these are the areas you need to channel your work at, so that people will know that is this. And as a matter of fact, you are to be trained. I always tell students, go to an agency, make sure that you add value to that agency. Try to make the agency visible, so that people know that this kind of services they provide. Do you think there is any resources that we need to provide you with, so that this field work experience will be more worthwhile for you? This is the kind of feedback for the institute. Did you get my question?
I didn't get you.
Do you think that there are resources you may need from us? I'm your practical placements coordinator supervising you now. There are resources that will help you to develop, that the institute needs to provide for you, so that you do well? And I'm saying that this is like a feedback for the institute.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think the institute has done already so well, giving us some of the forms, like the confidentiality form, and then the logbook. What I would add is maybe subsequently, if the initiative can issue out ID cards, so that as you are going to such places, you can show your ID card and then be granted entry.
Okay. So you have your letter of introduction. You also need an ID card to introduce yourself. Okay, that is fine. Your feedback is noted, and whatever thing that happens, we take it up from there. Thank you very much, Batu, for your time, and I encourage you to be a very good role model to the children you are taking care of. You have a wonderful day ahead, Basil.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. You can take a bow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, see you. Amarachi Cynthia Akpog have presented yesterday. Let's go to Olowo Mary Oluwasayo and Christiana Adebi. Are they here? Olowo Mary Oluwasayo and Christiana Adebi. Are they here? Anthony Asukwo, can you mute your mic? Except somebody is presenting from the side. Anthony Asukwo. Good, beautiful. Olowo Mary Oluwasayo, I'm not seeing you here. Christiana Adebi, I'm not seeing you here. Richmond. Ogenekeve, Abiogenekewe. You can correct me. Richmond, I can see you. Richmond, can you unmute yourself and speak? Richmond. I'm seeing you here as Richmond ordering.
Sir.
Richmond.
I'm here, sir.
Are you multitasking? It's like you are doing another thing so that the Zoom will be doing their own thing.
I'm in an office space, so that's why. Sorry, sir.
All right. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
How is the experience going?
We thank God, everything is going well as planned, and a lot.
Can you pronounce your second name?
Ogenekewe.
Ogenekewe.
Meaning God's gift. It's an Yoruba name.
Europe. I know everything that has to do with Ogene has to do with Niger Delta. Ogenekewe. Okay. Yes, is your supervisor around?
Yes, she's around.
Okay, can I see her so that we interface? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, sir.
It's okay. Okay, you are this one.
Okay, please.
I need to talk, okay. And I have a pen. I need to speak this on quickly. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon,
Good
madam.
afternoon, sir. Yes, good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I'm
How are you
fine, thank
today?
you. I'm doing well, sir.
Good. It's all right. Good to see you on our platform.
Good to see you too, sir.
It's okay. I want to start on a note of appreciation for accepting our student, Richmond, to be in your agency, to have his practicum experience. We do not take it for granted. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yes, I really appreciate you too, sir, because it's really been very supportive. We've been really working together like we've known ourselves for a very long time. There's so much of support that is also given to our team. Capacity building, following to the field and all that, engaging with our project participants.
Thank you very much. That is a very kind word for Richmond that is going to give him some pass mark. But that is fine.
Wow,
So,
that's fine. Yes.
No, you have given your own kind words. I'm still going to interface with him. So basically, the reason
Yes.
why we do this is that because our students are scattered all over the country, we may not have that opportunity of that physical presence. So since technology have provided this, so we are doing this so that you know that they did not just bring the letter from anywhere, that we are the reason behind their coming to do their practicum.
Okay.
So, yeah, can you in specific terms give me like 2 or 3 things that Richmond has engaged with before I switch over to him?
Okay, so we actually we have a project at hand we're doing. We engage women and girls at the community, and in Borno here we have Mafa and Jere, where we are engaging as LGAs, and then in MMC, which is the town of Maiduguri, we also engage young people in schools, and we are focusing in the humanitarian space where we're working on GBV, WASH, nutrition. It's a nutrition project, quite okay. But we have a mainstream of these activities, and we engage the women because we're doing a comprehensive kind of nutrition strengthening for them. At the same time, livelihood support, so that our strategy in such a way that they are not just strengthening nutrition, but it's helping to ensure household economic strengthening because of the sales that are being made from these farms. And the girls, they are also part of it because of sustainability. And then in schools, we also are deliberate about what they are learning, because we know that learning is beyond the school curriculum. It's also other things that the young people need to learn to be able to, function in society, because they will grow and be part of society. So we engage them on other concepts of GBV WASH, and then of course, for boarding schools, we also are supporting to establish gardens for them to strengthen also their nutrition in the boarding schools. So we have school head program in school. That's what we're doing. So in all of this, he's been part of the team, and in terms of capacity building for even our volunteers, training them on how best to engage. Before now, of course, we were doing our best too, but then there are lots of observations because of the follow-up in the fields, he made those observations, and then he was able to support us with what best strategies we can adopt. And they've been serious improvement in terms of impact of the project, both at community and in the schools where we're engaging young people. Yeah.
Thank you very much, madam. I'm going to deviate a bit. It has nothing to do with this practicum. You just mentioned the strengthening nutrition, an area that I have interest with. Have you heard about civil societies scaling up nutrition?
Okay, civil society organizations, CSOs.
C-ISOWN, yes, C-ISOWN, civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
No, I'm not really in the know of that.
You are not, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your organization, Unified Culture Promotion Foundation. And
Yes.
I know civil society for scaling up nutrition in Nigeria has a way of partnering with NGOs. Wow. You understand, to see how so I think that if I'll try to find out if the movement is in Borno, then I can make a recommendation through one of their state representatives here to see how we can do that. Do you understand?
I do, absolutely. I really appreciate that, sir.
So I will find out if they are in Borno, so that we'll try to connect you, and that is the essence of one of these things we do.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much. Yes, I will appreciate that, sir. Yes.
But again, on your own, you can just Google C-ISOWN.
Yeah.
C-ISOWN. C-S-S-U-N. C-S-S-U-N.
S-U-N. Okay.
C-S-S-U-N. Yeah, it's called C-ISOWN. Yeah. It's okay.
Right,
thank you very much for that time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for speaking. Yes. Thank you for talking to me as well. Yeah.
It's okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. So I think I can hide myself so that we continue to see your face.
No problem, sir.
So you have your supervisor have actually don't finish the job for you. But, you know, let me see if I can tweak one or two things to try to catch you. My duty is to make sure that this work is seamless for you. My duty is also to make sure that if there are lapses that we notice, we should be able to identify them for better service delivery. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, I do.
I'm not really interested in catching a thief. I'm interested in having a professional that is trained, that ensure efficiency in service. So can you, in your own terms, tell me what you have been doing all this while at the Unified Cultural Promotion Foundation in Maiduguri?
Okay, basically, when I came in, it's a startup organization that are really doing all they can to see that this information gets out there. So meeting the team, I met them already in the project. So I just involved myself and see how I can bring my capacity and also learn from their experience. So far, the team, just like Shava rightly said, they were working on a school project and also a community project. The community project has to do with livelihood, which the female-led household of the family are being given seeds and to grow a simple garden around their house for healthy living. So this vegetable garden they design and they grow in their house. They can help them to feed and also provide livelihood for their family, support their family because some of them sell this vegetable. And for the school project, I think they work with school age children from JSS1 to SS3, and it's more of an awareness program where they are being informed about the prevention of GBVs and also how to live a healthy life, wash and nutrition activities. In the school, they have the nutrition, the wash, and the GBV. So it's more of awareness program. And the school also have a garden that the student manages effectively through the support of the organization. So what we do, we try to transfer responsibility to the student to ensure that they practice healthy living. And when they go back home, they also teach their parents and their siblings. And also when I came, my expertise in the field, because I've been in the humanitarian space for like 8 years. So I was able to still spot the gap for capacity building for the staffs. So we come together to see that they don't just go to school because it has to do with children. So teaching methodology, I have to make them understand that it's not just to pass the message. The message must make an impact. So you have to put the triple P's into consideration, which is a presentation, practice, and performance, so that it is build learner-centered message in the classroom. Have to carry the learners in full participation when they are delivering their message, and which they started it, and it was really helpful to the learners. And what even struck my horizon is a special school where they have the deaf, they have the blind, they have all manner of disabilities, but they are running a program there. And I was wowed that this team went there and with the best strategy that was used to pass this information to the student, and they were able to understand GBV. They were also able to understand the watch practice that was taught to them. And I think it has been a good journey so far. And the beauty of the organization, though it's a startup, it's a self-funded organization, they are doing all their best to put their research together to see that their efforts in the community is well recognized, and they are contributing their quota to see that Maiduguri is a better place and the children are having the best of education, and also know the preventive measures to these sexual these GBV issues and how to prevent it. The female and the male having the understanding, and also for the nutrition, they are able to understand the importance of good nutrients in vegetables and how to use it to supplement their food and also be able to create livelihood for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Richmond. You guys are doing an amazing work, I must tell you, because the reason why I'm saying this thing is that from what you are saying, I can see promotion of homegrown foods, to promote homegrown foods. And I like some engagement I've had with some people that our locally available foods have enough nutrients that will take care of our food needs. So we don't need to engage in some of this imported and fabricated stuff. When we have our backyard, some of them wallow in grasses and bushes. We can actually convert some of these things. They help us to reduce the money we spend on food and the rest. So what you guys are doing is amazing. And you also that you are doing, or has to do with work that has to do with GBV, gender-based issues. That is another place that caught my interest. During the course of your experience, sharing or sensitizing people on GBVs, did it at a point come to you that you experienced some kind of burnout? I want to look at self-care, because as a professional, you take care of those who need help. But if you become helpless along the line, you have nothing to offer. Do you understand the point I'm trying to make?
Yes, sir.
So how are you able to experience some kind of burnout while trying to do some of this work? If yes, how have you been able to manage it?
Okay, the humanitarian space has to do with passion and commitment. Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
The humanitarian space has to do with more of
yeah, Richmond, you have the floor.
Yeah, the international space has to do more of commitment and passion. And sometimes being in the classroom as a teacher, a lot of repetition is being done for you to ensure that the message you are passing is being understood to the latter. So sometimes you need patience and tolerance to be able to, because when you pass this message, you realize that maybe just 2-3 persons catch up the other students, because in any establishment or institution, we have the fast learner and also the mid and the slow learner. So you also make sure that you ensure that everybody in the classroom get the message you are passing across. So talking about burnout, the burnout is always there. And how do you manage it? There's what we call the work and life balance. You just have to know how to, when is work, do the work, and when you want to relax, you spend time to relax yourself. Like for me, I do a lot of reading outside work, and also I do a lot of socialization after work, because I realize that in a space of in a space where we are, mental health is very, very important. You have to balance your mental health very well, because the work is tasking, and also you as an individual, you have to be well and stable for you to do the work effectively, so that you will not transfer aggression from the house to the field or to the classroom. So you have to balance yourself and be able to organize yourself before you confront the learners and students. And they have to see you also as a good example. So you are going there not just as a teacher, you're going there as a role model, you're going there as a mentor, you're going there as someone that you're looking up to believe in. So it's about you. You have to take care of yourself first. So that self-care must come in first before you even go to the classroom to deliver such kind of information to other students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Richmond, for your response. Yeah, during the course of your explanation, you talk about patience, you talk about tolerance, and I'm beginning to juxtapose two things. Ogenekewe, south, in Medugri, northeast. How are you able to cope?
Okay, I still remember that I was formerly a banker, but my long desire is to be a humanitarian and to be a philanthropist. So knowing the fact that these insurgency issues and saving life and being part of the movement for change, and Medugri was the place to start from, and it was the middle and the center of everything for insurgents. So when the opportunity presented itself 2016, I dived in, And I started even as a security personnel, like I started in the security unit. But there was a day I went to the field carrying out my work, and I saw a family of 4 and realized they were at home, they didn't go to school. So I asked the parents, why are they not in school? They said there was no funds to go to school, like PTA levy stopped them from going to school. I said, how much is the PTA levy? It says 200 naira. I was touched to that point to see, if you can allow the destiny of this child to be wasted because of 200 naira per person, then there's a lot to be done in this space. So that was how I gave them the money. I gave them 1,000 for them to return back to school. And that was where I make the stand decision that I want to be part of the agent of change to see that the transformation is done in the Northeast. So 8 years passed away. I've seen the impact, my contribution, even to communities, to local government, even to the state at large. I think I've done a lot to say that I've contributed to the state to itself. So all being said, it's all about the passion. And I find, like I always tell the volunteers that are coming, initially don't look the money, you put the commitment and the hard work bring the money. So not the money first, you have to be devoted to know what your purpose and destination in life. So this is what we are called to do. Humanity for me comes first. And transforming these learners, it's beautiful to see a child that wasn't reading after 3 to 4 months accelerated learning program. You see the child can read, pronounce, and also defend or say what he or she wants to become in life. And that is the beauty of it for me. Thank you.
Okay, well, very impressive, I must tell you. It's just that sometimes when you give me a response, your response tries to elicit another question. I wanted to ask you one more question to go, but it seems that I'm going to add another one, and I hope by the time you finish answering, for you to answer, for me to ask another question again. Then, at what point? Okay, at what point do we demarcate social work from philanthropy?
From what?
Social work from philanthropy.
The last word you said, from what? Philanthropy. Okay. For me, it's 2 different commitments. For social work, I think it has to do with your service for a certain cause. You are there as an agent of change, and you are there to facilitate, to see the process go through, and you are part of the process. But for philanthropists, it's just like a passion thing. You just feel like, okay, you have the means and you want to chase a cause and let the money chase the cause for you. So it's 2 different things. So that is how you differentiate it. For now, what I'm doing is more social work. But later, I will be doing the philanthropist work. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now, this month, this is also an adult class. So we'll try to blend. You have taken a decision to make it social work by getting the necessary training. Do you understand? Getting the necessary training, which is what you are doing, to get the skills, the knowledge base to be able to practice, which is anybody can render service. You can see somebody that is hungry, give that person 1 bag of rice, philanthropy, service, everybody's rendering service. But when you are now trained in a field with the necessary skills, knowledge, techniques to deliver social work services, that's what makes you a social worker. So you have taken the step to become a social worker. Sometimes people find it difficult to distinguish between philanthropy and social work. Before you can take that name, a social worker, you must have been trained in social work. So that training is very, very key. That was what I was actually looking at. That does not mean you perform badly, but I needed to drag it out so that others will also have opportunity of learning from it. It is the training that makes you the social worker. You understand? So whether the passion can be there. If the passion is there, if the training is not there, this morning, let me just share an experience with you in less than 1 minute. This morning, I was passing through a school and I saw the name of students from that school that scored 300 in JAMB and above. They pasted it on the wall. They did something like a very big banner They posted their name, this one 270, this one 300. You know, those children's name. My first reaction was, this thing these people are doing, they have good intention to market their school and also say the children are doing well, but they didn't look at implication of what they are doing, that they are exposing these children. So, and that is why it's important that people, even when you have all the good intention to render services, you should be trained so that you know when you are crossing your boundary, so that you also know, or you prepare yourself not to expose yourself to malpractice suit. When you are doing all this good job to help humanity, all of a sudden somebody is challenging you in court about your good intention. So it is good that I draw this analogy so that it also help us to learn. Your last question, what resources do you think you need from us in order to perform better? Somebody talked about giving you people ID card. I'm looking at that one. I was like, you have a letter. What do you need the ID card for? Somebody talked about you people are giving us mobilization letter. Have given us confidentiality form. That is our responsibility to you. So we need a feedback from those who are. I cannot go to the field work again to do this program. I'm doing a field work in a different program. Do you understand? So for this program, we need a feedback from you. What are the resources? So that this whole experience becomes better for you. If there is none, we can end it here.
Yeah, for me, I think
I didn't hear you.
hello.
Okay. Oh,
I can hear you. I can hear you. Just
sorry.
somebody.
Okay. For me, I think because it's an organization, an agency, I think we work as a body and we go together, we go out together, we come in together, and we are under the umbrella of the agency. So the ID card thing for me is not like a limitation to stop me from having my duties, but to perform my duties effectively. And also, what I might just add is just the kind of connection you talked about, directing the organization to another pathway that for resource funding. I think it will be a good one if this kind of support keep coming, and to also open the eye of those organizations for students like us next time when we are coming to do internship with their organization. They know they still see it as an advantage for them also to get access to resources of such that you just mentioned. So that's just what I would mention. But aside that, I don't think there's any other thing. Thank you.
Is okay. I have your contact, and if I'm able to reach out from my state coordinator, and if there is a C-ISOWN in Borno, because I know they have covered like 29 states in Nigeria. I think the last time they were counting, they were like in about 29 states. And it's part of a global SON movement. They call it SON movement, scaling up nutrition. But in Nigeria, we have civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria. You understand? So if I get a feedback, I've attached something to
Thank
your
you very
name.
much, sir. That will be helpful to the organization.
So that we take it up from there. Whatever thing that happens, you will see. Okay, thank you very much, Richmond.
Sir, are you there?
You gave us a very brilliant presentation. I must tell you that. So good luck and continue staying safe in Medugri.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate the effort. And I really appreciate the team over there for all your support and the knowledge we've learned, even in the classroom, and also whatever we learned in the classroom, coupled with life experience, are what we are putting practical on the field, and it was very helpful. Thank you, sir. It's a privilege.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Please, can you, Olowo Mary, can you please give me 1 minute? I'll get back to you people in a jiffy.
Okay, sir.
Mary, Olowo Mary, Olowa Sayo, and Christiana Adebi. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
We are in the office, sir.
You people came to work late. You people came to presentation late. So let me start deducting.
The time is 1:30 p.m.
1:30 p.m.
The meeting was scheduled for 1:30. So we are going, we start from 1:30, sir.
Okay, you are now advocating for yourself. No problem. Nobody is deducting much from it.
No, sir.
That's all right. Yeah, okay. So is this Mary?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where is the other person? And where is Christiana?
Yes.
Christiana.
She's with me, sir.
Okay.
We are together, sir. She's battling with herself. Have you seen her, sir?
It's okay. I've not seen her. I'm only seeing Mary.
This. Yeah.
You people are looking good together now. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's all right. Is your supervisor, you work in the same agency?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rural development and the community affairs, sir. In Abere.
In Abere, that was where we did our conference last year.
Osun State.
That's what I'm saying. That is where we did our conference last year.
Okay, yes, you are right.
It's okay. Is your supervisor around?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me speak with the supervisor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
Yeah, welcome to the Ministry of Rural Development and Osun State.
Okay. Thank you very much. I was in Osogbo last year and I enjoyed their fresh fish during one of those conferences.
We are so accommodating in Osun State.
No, I saw it. You people are accommodating. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed some bole and some granuts and some other things you people used to offer. I want to start on a note of appreciation to thank your ministry for accepting two of our students to do their practical experience in your organization. Thank you very much. We so much appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can you briefly tell us, the people we are dealing with now, the way I'm looking at them, they are mothers. Are you sure they used to have time to come for this field work?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Just give us a little intel about what they have been doing so that I will allow you to go so that they will face the hot seat.
No, okay. Thank you, sir. Sagaciously speaking, your people, they behave very well, wonderfully well. We are talking about instruction. They can work under a little provision or no provision at all. They play the maturity and they face what they are here for. Seriously speaking, they behave wonderfully. They are very hardworking and energetic. In our office, we are part of, we are social worker, whereby we consult the people of community. We always hold meetings with them to ask them about their food needs. We attach them to some local governments to go and hold meetings with the community leaders, the community development association in different zones. We have 6 zones in Osun State, but we attach 2 of them to each zone, one to Ilesa zone, the second one to Iwo zone. And they always hold meeting with some of the community leaders to ask for what they need from the government. And there's what we call self-help projects that embark on by the member of the community. They only need the compliment from the government. They go there to supervise some of the projects, the stage of that project, the amount they have spent on this project. And also at the quarter here, we always hold meeting with the community development council. And like that today, we had some meeting with them, with their leaders, to know what they are facing, what they need, and we encourage them to monitor and to supervise the project that government do for them. And that's the assignment we are doing in our own office here.
Thank you very much, sir, for that brief and kind words for our participants in your agency. Thank you very, very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Mary and Christiana, let me just be calling you people Mary and Christiana.
Yes, sir.
So that that is your name now. You get choice.
Yes, sir. You are right, sir.
Okay. The ball is in your court. Your supervisor has given you people pass mark. So the pass mark will be determined whether you people answer. In fact, you are able to satisfy some inquiries that I'm going to make.
Okay,
what
sir.
have you been
Let me
doing for the
start.
past 1 month?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I
Okay.
personally I'm attached to C-ISOWN, where we visited some projects at Olode Palola village along Agora area. Then and Mokore along Wasini Road. So that was the 2 projects. The 2 local governments we went. I personally went for that I was attached to. So I went there to oversee their projects and to advise them further on how to progress. I encourage them on how to progress on the development of that project. So we monitor everything, the progress of the project. I assess it. So I prepare reports and I recommend the adjustments for my boss, for my supervisor. So when we get to Mokore, we settle disputes there among the community members. So I need to advise them to cooperate with each other. They should be living in peace and harmony instead of fighting on little things. So I thank God they concur. So as a community, as a social development community workers, we do organize, because I'm working in the local government sector. So we do organize training and workshop for our people, most especially women, and the local heads, to advise them on how to progress in their community, for the development of their community. So we do establish link between the community members and the governments and the NGOs and private sectors. So we advocate for their rights when we get to before we vacate, when we get to our local government chairman. We do advocate for them, for their rights and their needs. Whenever we are in the meeting with our local government chairman and with the NGOs and donors, we do advocate for them. So that is how things goes on.
Okay. From what you are saying, it's like you people monitor projects. Is this a project by the state government?
No, self-help projects. Though governments do help them when they do it to a level. They do help them.
Okay.
When they are incapable. So furthermore, government comes.
Okay, I want to get something here, because I know of a community and social development agency, CSDP. Is it under this ministry?
No. CSDP, they are external organizations, sir. Though they do help.
Yeah, that one is under World Bank, I suppose.
Yeah?
That one is under World Bank, I suppose.
Yes. Yes, sir.
CSDP is under World Bank. Okay, but this one is different. It's okay. I just wanted to be clear on that. So, Christiana, what can you tell us?
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, I'm with you.
For the practical we are doing here, we attach to each zonal officer. So I attached to Ileja zone, where we visited Anude village. Anude village is inside Ifewara township. Now it's now LCDA, the local council area. But before is in the mother council, which is the Atakumosa West local government. But now it's now in LCDA, local council development area. So I embark on projects there. They are doing the health center. They build the health center. They are using it because of their women and the children in that village. Because that village is on third road. There's no good road to get there. So, but they're using the maternity center as their priority, not to go to far area to get the health facilities. The second
Okay.
one is along the
Okay, I'm asking.
Sir?
Christiana, can you listen?
Sir?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you, sir.
Okay, I want to ask the two of you. Are you aware of what is called social work ethics? Do you know what is called social work ethics? Do you know what is called social work ethics?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Social worker.
Is it necessary?
They are service to people. Their dignity and worth of a person.
Dignity and worth of person. Are you confusing ethics with principles?
Okay, sir. Principle of. Okay. Okay. Please, the question again, sir.
Are you aware of social work ethics?
Yes.
How are you able to apply social work ethics in trying to do your work in the Ministry of Rural Development in Osogbo?
How I would apply ethics? At least we need to respect the dignity of the people. We need to listen to them. We don't enforce anything on them. We need to hear from them to know what they need. We don't force them to do anything. So then we must be honest with them. We must be honest with them. Then we need to relate with them. We need to respect their individualism. We need to treat them as unique. So we need to treat them as unique individual. So that is all I.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm looking at during the course of your work. Is there a time you had to have a disagreement either with your colleague or with those we are working with?
At all, sir. Because we have thought that when in office we don't fight with people. Even our boss, we respect them. We don't have cause to fight them.
I can't remember using the word fight. I said disagreement. You know, you can always have conflict. Somebody like me believes that conflict is healthy, that conflict ensures societal development. I'm an advocate of conflict. The problem people have is how they manage conflict. Conflict is very healthy. So I'm trying to know whether you've had a cause of disagreement and how you were able to resolve those disagreements as social workers. So if you say that there is no disagreement, we'll make progress. I'll ask you the last question, then I'll allow you guys to go.
Sir?
So there is no disagreement among you people where you are working.
No.
What are the
Don't do
challenges
that.
you face in the place of your work, in the place you are doing your practicum?
The challenges we face, their roads, they are untarred. We go by on Okada. It is stressful. It is stressful to get there. So nothing more because they cooperate. They cooperate. It's only the stress in getting there, nothing more. You have been dealing with them before.
The stress is
You are
getting
not new to them. You are not new to them.
Okay. Dr. Tere, I can see you. Do you have any input to make concerning the candidates that are presenting?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody in the house.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Yeah, I just came in now while the presentation was going on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with you, sir.
Yeah, with you.
Learnings are happening.
Are you hearing us?
So, yeah, thank you very much. Is there any self-awareness, self-development that you have gotten from where you are serving? We need to know before we run up your session.
Self-development in that place. For example, in all of the Falola, they are embarking on palm oil processing industry there. That is, and they are progressing with it. They are progressing. They have almost finished it. They have been using it. Likewise, the Mokore area, they embark on community town hall. It is almost finished too.
How does that concern you about self-development and self-awareness?
Okay, self-awareness. Okay. The self-awareness we are able to give them we link them to know the community development policy and how they can benefit from it.
You don't seem to understand me.
Yes, sir.
You don't seem to understand what I'm saying. Is there anybody there that can answer? How many of you are there?
We are two, sir.
They are two. They are two.
Okay, can the second person please speak?
Sir?
Christiana and Mary, can you hold on? Let me try to put the question in perspective. The question Dr. Atere is asking is this. From your field experience or from your practicum you are doing in the Ministry of Rural Development, has it contributed to your self-development? What has it added to you as an individual? The things you have learned that has helped you to develop to become a better social worker.
Okay, thank you, sir. It helped me to be at least to be patient. To be patient because you deal with different kind of people. At times you will be discussing with some people. They will take you to another level. They may be aggressive at times. So you need to be to calm with them. So that is it developed me that way. And then to be that is it. That is it. I don't have any difficulties that I can learn from there than to be patient. To be able to interact with different kinds of people and be patient with them, no matter how, to respect their individualism. So, patience.
Okay, you learn to be patient. That's
yes,
nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I hear from the other person?
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We don't have problem with them, sir.
I didn't say you have problem. I was not asking about problems. I was asking that what have you been able to get? When Madam Olowe started, she mentioned about the fact that they were making oil and things like that there. I was even particularly interested in that since you are into community development.
I learned many things.
Interested. Whether you are able to get anything, can you please listen? Whether you are able to get anything that have added value to your learning and your practice on the field from what you have seen or gotten from your practicum as someone who has going to be mentored. And secondly, about your self-awareness, fine. Madam Malawi just said that, well, she has learned to be more tolerant and patient. That's about self-realization, which is fine. So let's hear from you.
I learn from them. When we get to the meeting, when we do the meeting with them, the community people express themselves whenever they have problem in their community development organization, which is CDA. So when they get to the meeting and complain about their problem they have in their areas, we settle with them. Because of their problem they have, they will tell us what they are facing in their area, in their community development area. And when they get to the meeting,
Madam, you don't seem to get all that we are saying. We are not talking about them. We are talking about you as a social worker, as a person.
hello, sir.
They are speaking Yoruba to you now, so that makes you to be able to understand the situation.
In that Aunde village, which is situated at the West LCDA, all what I learned here is that the women in that village do what they are calling it, die and tie. They usually die and tie for the vocational training. So this thing help their children not to go. You to learn that. You learn from the tie and die. You learn from it. I like the way they are doing the tie and die. The tie and die training that they are giving the children. So I went there, I saw them, I see what all they are doing, and I can practice it on my own. I can practice it on my own when I get home. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's okay. It's okay. So we social worker friend, now we can proceed. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doc, for that very wonderful input. Christiana, I see you have learned tie and die, so very soon maybe will you begin to produce and give us some quantities since you said you have learned. It's okay. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I think we are going to take another people while we allow you people to go. So Mary and Christiana, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ojo Oladoyin Ayola, are you here? Ojo Oladoyin Ayola.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm here, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Very well, sir. And you too?
I'm doing great. You people have put us here, so we're here. So we are where you should be. Are you in your agency?
Yes, sir.
Is your supervisor around?
No, sir, but someone is around. Most of the time,
human development.
We are advised to be on the field.
Is it advised for? Are you advised to be on the field, or is it that duty takes you to the field?
Most of the duties are on the field.
As on the field, but you're in the office now.
Yes, I had, because of the supervision, I had to come back to the office. after my own field work. I've been to 2 schools today. Okay. Some colleagues are around.
Okay, can I see any of your supervisor?
The colleague.
Your colleague or your supervisor?
He's not a supervisor, but he's one of the senior orgas on ground. So she's the one on ground.
Can I speak to her?
Yes. Yes, you can talk to her.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. How are you today?
I'm very well, and you?
I'm good. Let me start on a note of appreciation to thank you for accepting our student to do that to do her practicum in your agency. Well, I'm not going to. Yeah, my name is Ferdinand Omoja, by the way. I'm not going to take much of your time.
Okay.
Just tell us, what has Ayola been doing in your agency? Has he been coming to work early? You know, what has been his impact?
Okay.
Since he has been, yeah.
So I must say, she has been doing more than what we ourselves have been doing. She has been on the field, like I heard her mentioned earlier. She has been going to schools to check on children, and she's so passionate about it that when she meets the students in some particular condition, she's so keen, and she'll come back like, we have to do something for this kind of person. So she's not just going for the sake of going. She's passionate about it, and she has been hardworking. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. You say she's passionate, she's hardworking. That is a very good commendation given to her. So
Compared to other people, okay, you want to talk?
Can you, in a brief, tell me Human Development Initiative, what they are into?
Okay. Human Development Initiative is an NGO, non-for-profit organization. We've been in existence for over 27 years. So our focus area here, we are focused on women and children and widows. So majorly women, when I say the women, the widows in particular, then their children. So now for these widows, what we do for them is that when they lose their husband, and the ones that have property, we members us rise to take up the property, and they don't care about how they're going to be surviving. So we give free legal service to them, what we call pro bono, to widows. And for their children, we have a scholarship scheme for them, for the children of the widows. So from their secondary level to their tertiary, we see through that. And that's it.
Hello, sir.
It's still there.
Okay. Yeah, please. Thank you very much for your response. Thank you very much for your response. Let me take it over to our candidate. Thank you for your time given to us, and thank you for having our students in your agency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what have you been doing?
I've been doing a lot.
You are very passionate. You are very dedicated. What have you been doing?
Still, what I've been doing for like the past 1 month now is I've been visiting students. They have different students in various schools in Lagos and even outside Lagos that they sponsor their education, especially special children that have lost either their father or their mother, or orphans. Those are the children they cater for. So we are to visit them once in a year, because at the beginning of the section they package this book pack for them, like bag, massive sandals, socks, uniform, all the package every session for them. And So we are to go check if those things are in good condition and also know their educational performance and how they are doing emotionally and health-wise. So that's what I've been doing. I've been going to various schools to visit different children, and at the end of it, I have to snap with them with an evidence that I came to visit them. So that's what I've been doing basically. Then apart from that, last month, June, thereabout June, was an International Widows Day. So we had, we organized the program for the widows. We organized a program for the widows where they came and they were given health insurance. They call it Ilera Eco for a year. So they were all given. So they have all these widows, every part of Lagos, like they've got different groups. So they all came to the office. We distributed the insurance cards to them, then also gave them palliative. Then our executive director also spoke to them about menopause and how they can cope with the symptoms and things surrounding menopause. So that's it, sir.
Does it mean that the organization is more interested in giving palliative? Because I'm looking at the name of the organization, Human Development Initiative. If you give a bag of rice, it will finish, true or false? True. If you answer, if you don't answer, I know it is true. If you, we are trying to see the social work perspective that we are going to bring into the organization, so that these people could be self-reliant. So that so even if they are doing something like International Widows Day, can they be empowered in such a way that when they are coming with what they have achieved with their skills to be self-reliant? It is very, very important to us. If you know, within the social work cycle, we work with students. We don't work for, we work with clients. We don't work for clients. If you understand the meaning of that. So what do you think can be done differently so that these people, their resilience will be built so that they no longer become dependent solely on the palliative that can be given to them?
I didn't include that, but they actually do empowerment for the widows because this company has been in existence since 1997. So they are actually strong. And my executive director, she has a master's in social work. So she's actually even interested in working with me. She knows everything. She knows the things that's been in place and they're actually in place. So there's empowerment for widows and then some younger ones in the environment. And there's child care and protection. Yes. And health intervention as well.
Okay. What are the challenges that we face in this agency?
Okay. I have a case on ground, and the challenge is that the case is going to be very, very long. And I just pray that I can be able to finish it, because I went to visit a boy in a school, and I never knew he was a special student, but when I got there, I saw that he was partially impaired, visually impaired student. So that means he wasn't born blind, but based on his father's negligent spiritual belief and all that, he just pushed him to the special school. But I also noticed that he has a deep wound on his leg, very, very deep. And when I called for interview, I spoke to his dad, and dad was like, it has been there for many years. So what I just noticed was that the financial incapability and illiteracy is also part of it. So I reported the case to the agency, and then intervention was taken up immediately. But the challenge I'm having is that I am the one that is going to be in the front. Like I'm more passionate for the boy to be healed more than his father. Because even the first day I saw the wound, I couldn't sleep all through the night. I had headache all through. I had to speak to my executive director. Then the next day, the intervention began. And the next time we were meant to go for appointment, his dad did not bring him to the hospital on time. And because of that, it was rescheduled for next week now. So what they're just doing is they're just cleaning the wound. And that wound is a wound that is going to go through surgery. They're going to do something called debridement. That's removing dead tissues from the skin. And the next thing they'll be doing is skin grafting. And this boy is, the doctor said he has immunosuppression. That means he lacks nutrition. So now, so it's challenging because I don't even know how to go about it. The doctor said he has to eat 4 eggs in a day. He has to drink a lot of full cream milk, vegetables, fruits, so that he can be nourished. So many things, I don't even know how to go about it. I'm even thinking that maybe at the long run, after the surgery, maybe it should be moved to a home for supportive, for support system, for a better support system. That's what I'm suggesting or thinking. That'll be the next line of move. So that's it, sir.
A lot of issues came up in your presentation. At the time, you find it very difficult to sleep. Does not mean you didn't apply the principle of controlled emotional involvement. You know what is that? Controlled emotional involvement.
Yes, I've heard about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Getting involved, you need to control your emotion. If not, the depressing situation you see clients have will take their toll on you, and you become helpless, and you become from a helper to a client. I'm saying these things are real. I've had over going to 20 years post experience in social work. These things are real. And you need to be very careful about your resources. I'm being personal now. You need to be very careful about your resources before you begin to run charity that you don't have the capacity of running. Do you understand? So if your agency have funding where is this boy's mother?
Sir?
Where is this boy's mother?
Oh, the mother is late, and that is why he's under our sponsorship, because for you to be qualified to be to have a sponsorship, you must have lost one of your parents or both. So he does not have a mother. So he just joined last year. So I was the first person to visit him. So many circumstances just surrounding it. He wasn't born blind. He just developed little issues with the eyes. Instead of him being taken for checkup, they just transferred him to school for the blind. So many things after the wound will be, after dealing with after the intervention for the wound, we'll still open a case for the eyes for intervention. So that's I'm like, it's a long case.
Yeah, it's a long case, and you have and the case is not your case. You need to know that.
Okay,
the case
sir.
The case is your organization case. We are likely not going.
Come in a bit.
Eh?
Can I please come in a bit before you proceed?
Okay, sir.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm talking to Social Worker Ferdinand.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, Madam Ojo, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before you started your program, this PGD, what's the position in your place of work?
Before now, I have been self-employed.
So where were you working?
Self-employed for myself. Yes, sir.
What were you doing?
I'm a fashion designer.
Oh, it's reflective in the way you dressed. Nice one. Because from your interaction, I was wondering if you are the CEO of where you are in your practicum. Because you are talking like an authority, you are talking like somebody who owns that place, who owns the agency. You're not talking as somebody who is being mentored or who is following something. You are doing everything on your own. And that is not the aim of a student on practicum. Students in practicum are expected to be mentees. But in all, I carefully listened to you in all of your narration. You have taken charge, you've taken charge, you have taken charge. I wonder if when you got there, within these 2 or 3 months, they trusted you so much that you can handle everything on your own, and you are this thorough and perfect. I begin to wonder if that was where you were working, or that is your natural office, and because it's against the rules to do your practicum where you are working. It's against our rules. So that was why I wanted to come in, because
Okay.
I noticed that from the beginning to the end, that is actually where you work. That's what came through in your discussion. Yeah, that's what came through.
I don't work here.
Do you have a supervisor there? Do you have a supervisor?
She's not around. She's not around.
Dr. Tere,
Yeah.
I've spoken with one of the employees. She's wait. Can you listen? Can you listen? Okay. I've spoken with one of the people that work there. She said the supervisor is not around. That the supervisor during introduction, that she has a master's degree in social work.
Yes.
Who is the executive director. These are the things I was able to pick initially before he started doing the presentation. So the point you raised, Dr. Tere, that she's talking as if he has taken ownership of, I don't really know how she was able to do it, that she now takes ownership. And from what she has said too, I think this is the first case she's been assigned to go and handle. So maybe they have identified the case, enrolled the person, then she's the person that did the home visit and was now reporting what she saw. But that was why when I was given the issue that it doesn't have up to 2 months to stay there, because it seems as if he wants to follow the case till eternity. And that was why the issue you were raising, Dr. Tere, is very, very germane, so that the student will know the limitations of where they have gone to do in the field. So, but based on her introduction, I didn't see the supervisor. She introduced me to another person that says she has been working with them, that the supervisor is not around, that she has masters in social work. That
No,
was
it's the owner of the executive that has the masters in social work, the owner of this place. And she actually said she's interested in working with me because of the course I am offering. And it seems like most of them that she employed here are not professionals. And so that's why it's like she gave me power. So most of the times, apart from writing reports, I also communicate with her directly. and she gives me go ahead on what to do. So that is why it's looking like I've been working here before, or like I own the company or something. So that's it.
Okay, you are doing well. That's great.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Tere, for that intervention. Yes, Ayola.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether that is your son name. Now, what value have your experience added to your development? The value, this practicum you have been doing for the past 1 month, what value have they added to your development?
It has helped me with being more confident of myself, like, because when I go out, I have to introduce myself and tell them the company I am from. So it gives me this confidence. It gives me, so that's it. Then also makes me the patient also, like going to the hospital, the way they do in general hospitals, they toss you there, but I can't just react because I just remember ethics and all that, and so with that I just control myself. So that's how I've been shaped.
Are there areas you feel that you need to develop more?
A lot.
Eh?
I'm still.
Yes, we want to know those areas. We want to know those areas you feel that you need to develop more.
Yeah, like in my emotions, I think I need to really work on it, because the way I'm feeling is like if I have some kind of big money, like I to some of those children when I go and visit them and I see that they are not doing fine, because I just give them some small change when they go to their school. So I think I really need to work on my emotions.
Yeah, the issue of controlling your emotion came out very clearly during your encounter with the boy. It came out. It's not something that was hidden. But again, I'm seeing something that looks like a wrong approach. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are beginning to sound as if these children only have financial needs. Is that the only problem you people tackle? Means of livelihood?
No, that's why when I go and check them, I have to check them academically, emotionally, all aspects to know how they are doing. So like for him now, and I noticed that health-wise he wasn't doing fine, and that was why intervention was taking place. So for other ones, we asked, how are things going on? Are you eating fine? Is anyone bullying you? Are you being abused? Is your mom neglecting you? Stuff like that. So like today now, I went to a school and I just noticed that the boy didn't do his assignment. And in fact, he didn't even bring the assignment. That means where he was trying to do the assignment at home, he forgot the book there. Why didn't you do your assignment? He couldn't do it on his own. No mommy or daddy, his elder sister wasn't available, so there's neglect there. So there are different things. It's not only financial needs.
Okay, let me come again. What do you use to measure malnutrition in that agency?
Malnutrition?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know that.
So how do you know that a child is malnourished?
Okay, for that one, he was taken to the doctor, and it was the doctor that mentioned immunosuppression. So I now had to go and check the meaning of immunosuppression. And I saw that it means that it lacks nutrients.
Okay. From what you are saying,
yes, sir.
The program you run in that agency looks like an OVC program. It looks, because you are taking care of vulnerable children.
Yes, sir.
OVC means, and you say that for somebody to be qualified to run into the program, that he must have lost a parent.
Yes, sir.
One orphan or double orphan.
Yes, sir.
So it's most like, and you are working not only with the child, you are working with the household. And most OVC means orphans and vulnerable children. Of
Yes,
OVC, vulnerable children. And when you work with children of that nation, you also work with their household, because you're able to build the resilience of the household. It will not transcend to the children. You focus on the children, focus on their caregivers. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that, so it becomes a kind of value you are going to add to the agency. There is a tape. Anybody can do that thing. There is a tape that is called MUAC tape. MUAC is spelled M-U-A-C. So you cannot be checking children by malnourished without having what is called a MUAC tape. MUAC means mid-upper arm circumference tape that you use to check. It has three colors. There is one red, there is yellow, there is green. If it is within green, you can now say, yes, that the child is doing well. If it is yellow, there is a consign. If it goes to red, it becomes a danger. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe because of you try to work with your agency to see, so that you have a training on that, so that you can do some of those small assessment, not everything that you now need to go to the hospital, so that when you do those things, you train yourself on those things and you'll be able to provide some of the services that you can. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You cannot be running an OVC, so that you can extend the things you do to focus on an internal mechanism that should be able to solve some problem before looking for external help. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
What is the name of the tape I mentioned?
You said MUAC tape.
MUAC tape.
Upper and circumference tape.
Tape is okay. Do you think you need any resources that will help you to develop more?
Like financial resources. I'm always tired.
Wait.
Work.
Ayola, wait. You are so much concerned that money does not solve every problem.
Bible say money has created all things now. Can't take that away.
Those people, if you did not provide the necessary training or skill that you are supposed to provide, if you give those households 10 million, they will blow it in 3 months. That was why Richmond, when I was trying to distinguish between social work and philanthropy. I don't know whether you were in class when we are talking about philanthropy and social work. If you did not do what you are supposed to do to a household, if you give them 10 million, they will blow the money.
That true.
Is important that you enhance their skill. You develop their capacity so that they can become self-reliant. They can make informed choices. I've worked with, I have run around an OVC program that you see caregivers, they will contribute money, they will do all this job, do all this isusu. During December, they will share the money, use it and do Christmas. By January, they begin to look for money to pay for their children's school fees. It becomes a misplaced priority. How can you live lavishly in December and in January, you are looking for where to borrow to send your children to school? So when you can now talk about issue of nutrition education, I think Richmond talked about that. You can talk about issue of financial education and other issues that have to do with GBV. So if you can develop all these things, if it is a kind of component you need to bring into your organization so that the organization will benefit for having you in their midst. So,
Okay.
so that you don't focus on all this money. Once, in Nigeria, we believe that money stops all nonsense. Have money to do this, pay this person's school fees, he goes to school. If you don't monitor the person somehow, you can even go and engage in some activities that when you see, you begin to wonder, did I actually sponsor this? Nice having you. Okay. Do you want to tell us any other thing?
No, I'm okay. Thank you, sir.
Are you sure?
I'm okay, sir.
It's okay. Good listening to you. I want to tell you, are doing a very good job. We're able to penetrate the organization and they trust you so much. The only thing is that you need to see this work as a social work job and not a philanthropy. You understand what I'm saying? Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Stella from my Willoughby. Are you here? Stella from my Willoughby. Stella is not. I'm seeing Stella now. Stella. Do you want me to shout your name the way we used to shout it in the village? Stella from my Willoughby. Okay. Glory Etienne.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Your voice is very dull. I don't like dull voice in my class.
Good afternoon, sir. Okay, actually, we are having I told you I'm just completed polio vaccination and
You're having what?
so I thought in our chat with you, I told you that we just concluded the polio eradication program last weekend. So we are actually having a review meeting. So that's why I didn't want to tell.
So are you ready for your supervision?
Yes, sir.
Say no.
Hello, sir.
Are you ready for your field supervision or not?
Yes, I am ready. I am ready.
You are ready. Is your supervisor there with you? Glory, can you talk to me? If it's not convenient for you, I remember my you.
I am okay.
Okay. Is your supervisor there?
He's inside the hall. That's why I said, let me check and call him so that I can speak with you and then I release him so that I can talk with you.
Okay. Once you are back, you let us know. So let's give Glory 2 minutes to go and come back with her supervisor so that we'll make progress.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So my name is Ferdinand Omoja from Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria.
Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Hello, can you speak?
My name is Ferdinand Omoja from Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria. You can see me through the video chat.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, please. I want to first of all thank you and appreciate you for the opportunity given to our students to do a practicum in a World Health Organization.
Hello. He has only introduced his name from Chartered Institute of
Social Work Practitioners of Nigeria. So we just want to hear
no,
how has performing during her field Yeah. Can you hear me?
I'll put it here and let us can go down.
Okay. Hello, sir. Hey.
I can hear you. I can hear you guys.
Hello, sir.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hi.
Glory.
Let me connect.
Hello, Glory.
Not connect to this. Oh. Hello, sir.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I don't know why I'm not hearing. Hello?
Yes, Glory. Can you hear
Hello?
me? I can hear you.
I cannot hear him. Hello, sir. Sir, you are not loud enough for us to hear you.
Dr. Tere, can you speak to them?
I'm hearing him.
Yes, I'm hearing him.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Good.
Hello.
Can you hear now? That?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, do you have your supervisor there?
Yes, sir, I'm with my supervisor.
Okay. Can we have you introduced?
I don't know why you're saying.
Can
Hello,
we have
sir?
you introduced? Okay. Introduce yourself, please.
So you should introduce yourself.
Okay, hello, I'm Pharmacist David Auta, the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, World Health Organization.
Sorry, I can't see your face. I can't see your cap. Your cap is so beautiful.
Hello?
Yes, we are with you, sir.
I say I am Pharmacist David Auta, Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, WHO, Akwa Ibom State.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for hosting our students and for what you have been doing for her. We appreciate, sir. We appreciate you and your colleagues in your agency. And we want to ask if the students have been up and doing in our present placements. Can you hear
Hello,
me, sir?
please, can you repeat this? Can you repeat again? Because I'm not hearing you clearly. I don't know why this phone is not.
We are saying thank you so much for what your organization has been doing for us and our students who have been with you in practicum placements. And we are very sure that everything is going on fine with your organization and with our students as well. On behalf of Chartered Institute of Senior Practitioners, we are saying thank you.
Okay.
All right. And I was also asking that how do you see the activities of our students who have been with you? That's Glory.
Okay.
What can you say about her?
Well, I can say about her that she's a student that is willing to learn and she has been learning very fast based on the activities that we are undergoing in the state as a WHO.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in combination, I think that followed me to one of the agencies for local government, whereby she supervised something like micro planning in preparation for the just concluded June national immunization program in the state or at the country at large. Then after that, we went to one of the health facilities whereby I conducted routine immunization activities with other integrated service delivery, whereby she also supervised. Whereby she also participated actively. And I mentored her. That is how we conduct supportive supervision. And then, right now, as I'm speaking to you, we are currently holding state debriefing. That's for the just concluded national immunization program. So, whereby we call different stakeholders, like the local immunization officers, director of primary health care, state technical facilitators, field volunteers, the state team, they were all there. Right now, we are holding that meeting right now, and she's here.
Hello?
Okay,
Hello.
thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
You can please go ahead, Ferdinand.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for those responses and those beautiful for our students. Glory. So, sir, you can go. You do have a wonderful day ahead. Let me continue with Glory.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, sir. Okay, sir.
Glory.
So, sorry, the network is actually a little bit poor. I'm very sorry about that, sir.
It's all right. It's not your fault. Then, what have you been doing for the past 1 month or so in the World Health Organization of Ivan State?
Hello.
Glory, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes, share your experience, what you have been doing for the past 1 month.
Okay, sir. In WHO, you know, the major duty of WHO is to promote global health, and that is in different sectors. So far, one of the functions of the organization is to support immunization in the states, in the various states in the country. And like just my supervisor just said, we just concluded one of the campaigns for the polio immunization. So before the actual polio immunization comes, there are activities that are called post-immunization eradication program activities. And one of such activities, what is mentioning, is called micro-planning. So I was involved in the micro-planning development for the immunization exercise. What the exercise is all about is training the ward focal persons at the different local government areas in the state on how to develop a plan such that all the settlements in the state are being captured during the vaccination exercise. And this is to ensure that there is no missed child. You know, eligible children are children from 0 to 59 months. So in all the states of the Federation, the micro-planning exercise is carried out so that there is no missed child while the vaccination program is on. So that is one of the trainings I was part of in developing the micro plan. And also another function of the organization is disease surveillance and control. Disease surveillance and control. So this particular function of the organization, I was attached with a team to investigate a case, an acute flaccid paralysis case. You know that before any child goes down with poliomyelitis, the very first symptoms that you will notice in that child is floppy limbs, either upper limbs or lower limbs. And this is what we call acute flaccid paralysis. So during the polio eradication campaigns, you know, we are trained to look out for such cases, because if there is one of such case in any community, there is a likelihood that there may be an outbreak in that community, and that will be adverse to public health. So we look out for such cases when we are going for immunization campaigns. And one of such cases was spot out in one of the local governments in the state, and I was attached with the team to do the investigation. Well, the process is identification during the campaign, and then when the case is identified by the ward level, at the ward level, the people will report to the World Health Organization office. So the World Health Organization office will now dispatch a surveillance team to go to that community to meet the farm. Investigate the case and verify it. So after verification, we and send it to World Health Office in Ibadan for tests, and the results will come out and then will be reported back for response. So I have been also involved in case We call it AFP case investigation exercise. Then another exercise that I have been involved in is the routine monitoring of primary health care centers. You know that World Health Organizations, they don't actually implement their programs on their own. They work in collaborations with the National Primary Health Center Development Agency, which is a part of the Ministry of Health in every state, to implement their programs. And because of this, WHO, timely to do a review, a monitoring exercises at the various health centers. And to go with my supervisor, so we have the cold chain, they have this thing that they call cold chain that they talk
Glory, you are
about
breaking.
the functionality of the cold chain. Hello, sir. Can you hear me well now? Hello.
Hello? I can hear you.
Sorry. Okay, sorry, sir. Okay, sir. So I continue. So we monitor the health facility for the cold chain. We monitor for the monthly immunization reports. I was taught how to check the monitoring chart. You can read the monitoring chart once you enter a primary health center to see if they are up to date with their monthly immunization reports. I was also taught how to check the tickler box. The tickler box is where they store the immunization cards of every child in that community. Every child in a community that is born in a community is supposed to go for immunization. 2 weeks after the child is born, and that card will be stored in that primary health facility to follow up with that child till that child is 2 years old. So it is where you have that chart to follow up to see if a child has been able to follow up his immunization, and if he's not, it's a duty of the World Health Organization to ensure that the primary health centers workers, they follow up the cases to make sure that those people come for immunization as at when due. Then another thing that I did was a main polio vaccination exercise. In fact, this was the highest points of my internship with the World Health Organization. I was involved in the monitoring exercise of the polio campaign. I was detached to Msere local government. So I was an independent monitor in that local government. I monitored the vaccination team, how they work, if they worked in compliance with the World Health Organization standard, if they were able to reach out to all the settlements in the micro plan, if they were able to mark the houses well as they were supposed to mark, if they were missed children, if there were children that are zero doses. So zero dose children are children that have not taken immunization before. You know that in the rural area, a lot of people are not aware that when a child is born, especially when they are born in maternity homes, that they are supposed to be taken for immunization. So it is that time that we use to make to create awareness to those people in the rural areas. Ask them whether they have taken their children for immunization. If they say no, you direct them to the nearest health center for them to take. You tell them why they should do that, and you ensure that the health worker at the health center also follows them up. And also at that time that you see people who are non-compliant, we call them non-compliance probably because of their religious beliefs or cultural beliefs, they believe that their children should not take immunization. So it's our duty to ask them why they think that the children should not be immunized, and also educate them why they should allow, and also make sure that we encourage them to allow the children to be immunized. So this was the highest point of my internship program, and I really I'm happy that I was involved in this exercise. Now, my challenges in the organization. One challenge I have in the organization is that you cannot tell where you'll be deployed to. You don't have a work schedule, an itinerary that when you come to work, you know that today you're going to do this. You can come to work today. They dispatch you with surveillance team to go to, like yesterday, I went to Uruguay local government on plan, and we came back very late to establish that piece of the acute flaccid paralysis in Orogonam local government. Then another time we're dispatched to Ebesikpo. So you can be sent to any local government, no matter how far it is at any time, not that you were informed. So that's one of the challenges that we have. Although, the transportation, the mobility will be settled for you, but, that impromptu, work itinerary, that's one challenge I have there. Number two challenge is born out, born out, emotional this traits and born out. You know, for instance, when you go to those rural communities and you see malnourished children, and you see yourself where you're coming from, your heart will touch out to those children, you know. And naturally, as a person, you have empathy, you'll be emotional about them. And sometimes you walk late into the night, you walk even in the rain. When we're doing the exercise, we're walking in the rain, heavy downpour, and I was struck with extreme cold. So those things cause stresses and burnout. So but however, I rather turn my challenges to, you know, to learning opportunities. I trek long distances, and you know, sometimes it's as if you break down, but then I'll still encourage myself that this is a learning and experience I must have, so that when I go out there, I will understand what people go through. And I also take care of myself when I come back. So those are the challenges that I've had. Now, the key things I've taken in working in World Health Organization, number one, it has helped me to learn advocacy skills, you know, advocating for the vulnerable, speaking for them. You know, people in the rural areas, they do not have the means of coming to the main town to speak for themselves. So, but when we go out there, we are eyewitnesses to what they go through. And so when we are making our reports, we put them down in our reports to the organization, and the organization will now dispatch teams on the different wards to look out for these people and follow up their cases. Now, another thing I've learned also is case investigation skill, you know, ability to identify a case. You know, the case, when I say a case, we are talking about acute flaccid paralysis. That's the floppiness of the limbs. When you see a child with floppiness of the limbs and the child is below 5 years, you know that is a case, and it may just be a case of virus affecting that child. So that process of investigation is what I've learned. I've learned on how to investigate a case and verify it, and the interventions that you're supposed to bring to such a person if you find such a person in your neighborhood. Now, the next thing that I've learned is effective communication with diverse populations, be it a young child, be it a rural person, be it an unlearned person, be it a learned person, a professional, be it a traditional person, be it a religious, whatever population I find myself, I've been able to, to garner, to improve my communication skills. I'm able to communicate with them in the language that they can understand. And I'm able to also, imbibe the skill of active listening, which is a major skill in social work practice. Active listening, because you need to listen to people, you need to hear them, you need to hear their side of the story to be able to know the kind of intervention programs that you can recommend for them. Now, lastly, I've also improved on my report skills. In World Health Organization, whatever you're doing has to do with reports in all diverse sectors, digital reports, written reports, or oral reports. So I've learned how to improve on my report skills. Those are the high points of my internship in World Health Organization. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Glory, for that elaborate report you gave about your experience in World Health Organization in Akwa Ibom State. I was listening very carefully, and you were able to talk about it, talk about your challenges, you talk about the takeaways, things you have to do better. And during the case, maybe that was the last thing when you talk about improvement in your report writing. Because it is important to me for you about that aspect of writing, because the person that is your supervisor is the monitoring and evaluation officer. So if at the end of you mention all the things you mentioned, you did not talk report writing. You understand? I will be how you were able to work an M&E officer. But again, I was looking, because you work with an M&E, to indicate that they certain things that happen.
Oh, sir, you're breaking, please. Oh, God.
I said that there are some indicators that indicators that they use to make things. I don't know whether you were very clear in explaining your learning, the learning that takes place while understanding those indicators depending on the particular phenomenon you are looking at. So having covered, because by your presentation, I don't know whether you just did it so that they say they know how to ask questions. Let them come and ask us questions. You told
No,
us what,
sir. No, sir.
That's what you did. Challenges.
No.
You took an endpoint. These are we are
Oh.
actually. Then let me just ask you one question.
Okay, sir.
What are the areas where are the areas you feel you need more development of support?
Okay. So support in my internship program.
Yes.
Okay,
To
sir.
become a better.
Okay.
We need
all right. I would have loved to to be exposed to their technical packages of report writing, but I think for security and policy sake, they don't allow them to have access to their technical report writing packages. Then the third thing is that there are some certain levels of technical aspects of their job that has to do with the case management that they will not expose you to. That will have to be done by the professionals in the field, maybe the medical doctors or the epidemiologists and the people who are technical in the field. I would have really loved to experience that. However, I still appreciate them for the extent of exposure they have given to me, and I major on the things that they have exposed me to garner enough experiences that will make me a better person when I live here.
I am listening. Listen with WHO.
Saise? Oh.
Glory.
Hello, sir. Oh.
Do you intend working with WHO?
So if I have opportunity, I will, but I am already working. However, if I have an opportunity, I think I will appreciate it, because the first thing that endear me to them is the fact that they offer services to humanity. You know, they are whatever they do, their major duty, their major the crucial function is service to humanity, promoting well-being, and I'm passionate about it.
Okay. Have you heard about a concept called boundary work?
Yes, sir. They say?
Why are you laughing? It's called
So I'm
boundary
laughing because I know why you're asking me. so that's what I'm saying, that I would have loved to. However, I maintain my boundary. Wherever the exposure they are given to me, I maintain my boundary, and I major on experiences that I've been exposed to.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we're on the same page. So let me not go for that again. Thank you very much. I don't know, Dr. Tere, are you here? Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for your wonderful. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for being patient with all the stresses I've given to you because of this scheduling. Thank you. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you, sir. Okay,
Okay, are you thinking? Can you give me Hello, everyone. Stella, I've tried to call Stella on WhatsApp. They say she's on another call. I tried calling her phone number. I say I should add 01 to blah, blah, blah. Don't even understand the language they are speaking. So I think since Stella is not, Glory, you can go now. We don't see you finished now. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, sir.
I don't know. Stella, are you here? Okay. Stella. Stella Willoughby. Okay, let me try to go. Hello, everybody. Ijoman Naj. I think I have a Gloria Tenem is still on. Stella Willoughby is on, but he's not speaking. Ijoman Naj is there. We have Nsima. I don't think there is anything I can do again. I think we can call it a day. Then by Monday, we continue with the second round of the Practicum Supervision. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. At least from this first batch that I presented this week, there is enough evidence that you guys were in the field. So thank you for your active participation, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye. Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me from this platform? Ijoman Naj. Glory, Etienne. Okay, we're ending this session now. Goodbye, everybody.